Welcome back to part 2 of the bug out box. Part 1 we discussed the box. I just kind of talked about the features, things to look for. In part 2 I'm going to kind of go into the components of the box, what's in here. Again, disclaimer, these components should be based on what you need, not what I'm telling you to buy, nor should they be based on things that are in a prepackaged box. Prepackaged boxes just don't work. They might work a little bit if you customize them, but the point of these videos is to get you thinking about what you need to put in your box and to build something that is going to be useful for you. So with that said, let's talk about this box. So again, this is a hard egg case, military footlocker, military surplus. This box has 2 trays, as you can see here, and then underneath we have a compartment that stores, bigger, bulkier items. For this box, I've kind of got this separated into 2 areas. This is on this side I have some of the electronic components. I've got a survival radio, I've got a 20-watt solar panel, backup charger, flashlight, and then some extra medical supplies that supplement the things in the bug out bag, which if you're curious about that, go check out the bug out bag. So I also say, before we get too far into this, I took this box apart because it's been 10 years since I've built it, and I realized that it doesn't meet all of my needs, so I'm kind of in the process of revamping it. But these components are the core of what I will keep in this box, so we'll just share that with you. On this side, I have other things. This is just kind of the generic side of the box, the generic drawer. Extra hank of this is Amsteel blue rope, 3/8 inch blue rope. I have a basketball net in here, which seems kind of weird, but you can actually use this. You can put rocks in here and use this to weigh down things. You can use it as an anchor for a canoe. I've done that before. So that's just kind of a useful, easy thing to toss in. Hygiene products. A good camp axe. So if you're going to be in a survival situation, make sure you get a good camp axe. There are a lot of spring steel made axes that will break after repeated use. Get something that's useful. This one's made by Ontario Knife Company. It's actually made for hacking through sheet metal on an aircraft. But this is a pretty robust camp axe. Get something decent if you're going to do that. If you're going to add one of these in here, which you should. Snare line for trapping squirrels. Make sure that they're in season or you're in a legit survival situation before you do this, because it can be illegal if you trap things outside of season. Plastic bags, survival aluminized blanket with some high-vis coating on it. A cutting board for food prep. This is an extra water filter for the water filter that's in the bottom that I'll show you in a minute. And then just basic hooks and line for fishing. Extra tent stakes. Cheap but kind of durable, useful fixed blade knife. I think it's about a 6.5 inch blade. Chemlights, candles, and then P51 can openers. There are no cans in here. I usually keep cans in here. I pull them out to cycle them. They're not in this, but canned food is a good thing to add into here. Inside the box, we have rope. Usually there is a pulley that goes along with this, so you could hoist this box up into a tree to keep it away from bears if you're in bear country. A couple of ponchos. And then we have a tarp. Survival food. So we have MREs. Also have water bottles filled with rice and beans. Remember, if you're going to cook beans, to soak the beans before you add the rice. Fuel canisters for cooking fire. And then we have Platypus water bag for filtering your water. The advantage of one of these, if you're in a situation where you're going to be fixed for a while, The advantages is you can fill this with water, let it drain, and then you can fill up all your water bottles. Disadvantages is if you need water quickly, this won't necessarily allow you to get water quickly, so just be aware of that. And then also we have these collapsible buckets. You get 2 collapsible buckets to add, collect water from whatever your nearest water source is and put it in the filter. Have extra water bladder, water filter. There's a canteen cup down in here, as well as a canteen stove, propane tank, isobutane, and then a solar shower. A lot of people want to add the cool guy stuff like bullets and ammo and stuff like that. I highly recommend not putting ammo in your bug out box. Ammo is heavy for those of you who have ever used ammo. Filling this box full of ammo will make it so you can't carry it. Even with this stuff, which I consider to be light stuff, this box gets kind of heavy kind of quick. So adding ammo into this box is a bad idea. Put that in your bug out bag if you need to have that, or on your person. If you need more than a couple hundred rounds, I mean, you're not Rambo, you're not going to fight a war. So I understand wanting to have ammo with you, but I highly recommend not adding ammo to this box. Put it in your bug out bag. That said, do what you need to do. Maybe it makes sense for you. I highly recommend it because it makes this box kind of unwieldy if you're dragging it through the woods. Other than that, we will talk more in depth about some of these things a little later. Some people have been asking me about camp axes, so we'll probably do a video on the camp axes. The water bottles. One other thing. So this bottle normally has rice and beans in it. I swapped it out, and I didn't realize the bite valve was missing. But I like to have a combination of plastic water bottles and metal water bottles. You can toss this in the fire or put it on top of your camp stove and use that to heat water. So metal and plastic mix is a good thing to have. The last thing I will say on this, make sure you're packing hygiene products. Like I said, everybody wants to use the cool guy stuff, the ammo, the knives, all that sort of stuff. Keep yourself clean, right? Add a shower, add soaps and shampoos and that sort of stuff. You're only as effective as your health allows. So if you're not keeping yourself clean, you can have all the bullets in the world, but if you're dying from disease because you didn't keep yourself clean and you're all dirty and nasty, let me know where you're going to be so I can come collect all your cool guy gear, because I can use that too. So I highly recommend choosing things like food and hygiene products and the things that are more or less going to keep you comfortable over the cool guy stuff. Not saying don't have that stuff, I'm just saying don't forget this stuff and don't forget your basic needs. That's kind of what this is all about. So with that, thanks. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.